Yes, guys, welcome back to another vid from Mutal FC, and today we got another banging vid for you. Today we got match week 5 predictions for you.
That's right. Kicking it off, we got to talk about Chelsea versus Tottenham. And most guys can barely last a minute in bed, but Tottenham are so impressive that they can barely last 20 seconds. Edouard comes on and blasts 2 past them to give Crystal Palace the win. But yeah, Chelsea versus Tottenham. So, if Palace can beat them 3-0, I'm going to go Chelsea 3-0.
It's hard to argue, right? Palace, we could say Tottenham had a red card, and that is fair, but Edouard, what a player. He has an insane goal record for Celtic. I think it was something like 78 goals and 120 appearances for Celtic. And it seems like he's going to bring that to Crystal Palace. And if he can do that to Spurs, imagine what Lukaku can do. I think it's 4 goals in 5 games in all comps. He just keeps on scoring. I think it's hard to argue Tottenham getting anything out of this. So I'm going to go 3-0 as well to Chelsea.
All right, then moving on to Wolves versus Brentford. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Wolves. So Podence is back for Wolves. I think he got 10, 12 minutes out, sat down the Watford defender, and then gave Hwang Ki a chance, tapped in on the debut. And then for Brentford, man, it's been 3 or 4 games, I think, and Tony's only had 1 goal when they lost last week to Brighton 1-0. I just don't know if they're going to get a goal. Will be nice, so I'm going to go 2-1 to Wolves.
I think it's an interesting game. I think Wolves last weekend was really good for them. I think even though their first goal that they scored in the season was an own goal technically, or it was gifted an own goal, I think they deserved that luck. They've been very good in the first 3 games, unlucky to not even score a goal. They're playing completely different to what Nuno was playing. They play so much more attacking, and I think Brentford are going to struggle. I think Brentford found it hard against Brighton. And Brian won that game deservedly in my eyes, and I think Wolves are probably going to win this game too. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Wolves.
All right, and then moving on to Arsenal versus Burnley. So we're going to be nice here. We're going to be real pragmatists. I'm going to go 2-1 to Burnley. With Arsenal, man, it was bad. I don't even know how you describe it now. The situation is terrible. So yeah, 2-1 to Burnley.
This is an interesting game. Again, another relegation battle between these 2 teams. I hate Arsenal. I hate Burnley. I hate Burnley more, so I want Arsenal to win this. But I think it's going to be a 0-0 game. Arsenal didn't even look that convincing against Norwich. It looked like an actual 6-pointer. I'm not trying to make jokes here, but literally, it looked like a 17th place team fighting a 19th place team game. And Aubameyang, he does tap in, will be a good boost for his confidence. And Burnley, they've been losing all their games as well, so it's not like they're too hot either. But I think this will be a dull, boring game. So yeah, I think it's a 1-1.
All right, then moving on to Man City versus Southampton. So we're going from goalless game in Arsenal or Burnley to a game that is going to have all the goals in the league. So yeah, I'm going to go Man City 4-0.
I think again it's hard to argue. Man City look good. They got a really important, vital win against Leicester, especially when you look at this title race between the top 4: Liverpool, Chelsea, United, and City. Getting a win like that over Leicester, even though if it was a scruffy one, was big for City. So I think they're just going to continue that momentum. I think Kevin De Bruyne should be fully fit for this game. So you know what that means. That's at least a 5-0. So I'm going 5-0 to Man City.
All right, then moving on to Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. So I definitely think Liverpool are going to win this game. No disrespect to Crystal Palace. I just think they have too much quality. Mohamed Salah joining the 100 club, so respect. I just think it's how much of a fight are Crystal Palace going to give them, with their new players like Gallagher and Edouard. I still think Liverpool are going to be just a bit too much, so I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool.
This is an interesting game. I feel like, last year we remember what Liverpool did to Crystal Palace, smashed them 7-0. But this Crystal Palace team is much different. Vieira, he's got some good players. I think the recruitment for Crystal Palace has been decent. Players like Gallagher, who look really good. He's been important every year. I can't believe he's a Chelsea loanee. That just shows you how good the Chelsea academy system is. But anyways, I think Crystal Palace will put up a fight. But Liverpool, I think they're just going to be too good. They look good every game. Salah, like Locke said, is in the 100 club. Mane, I think, only needs 1 or 2 goals to also get into that 100 club. So, yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 to Liverpool.
All right, then moving on to Everton versus Aston Villa. So, Villa last week got decked 3-0 by Chelsea. And, they didn't have Buendia, Martinez, because of the whole Copa scandal and, I think lack of match fitness. Everton, on the other hand, go 1-0 down to Burnley, scored 3 goals in 6 minutes. That was insane. And speaking of Everton real quick, name drop, Andros Townsend, our story. We'll drop that screenshot for you. So support the Insta page and give us a follow. Link in the description. And yeah, I just think Everton's going to be too much. Demarai Gray's balling, Townsend's balling. So yeah, 2-1 to Everton.
Yeah, this is an interesting game because I think Aston Villa and Everton are having contrasting seasons. I think the seasons people expected Aston Villa to have is what Everton's having, and vice versa. I think Everton looked really good. I know people had their doubts with Rafa, but he's come in and he's just organized his team. Townsend was talking about in his interview how they're adapting to this 3-4-3 style. They're trying to learn it, trying to perfect it like the Chelsea have, and they can also play in a 4. They're trying to learn both systems, and you could see it's working. Yes, Everton struggled a bit. They were adapting in the first half against Burnley, but they looked really good in that second half, and it was wave after wave. As for Aston Villa, yes, the Emi Martinez and Buendia losses were huge, but that Chelsea game, Tyrone Mings, god damn, how is he in the England squad? I don't know. Yes, he played good in the first 2 games in the Euros, but he's a fraud. If they had another decent center back next to Konza, Villa would go so far, but Mings again with a silly mistake. He's literally giving it to Kovacic for that second goal. So I think that's going to be the Achilles heel for this Villa team, and I actually think Everton are going to have a comfortable 3-0 win. So yeah, 3-0 to Everton.
All right, and then moving on to the last game of the week, Manchester United versus West Ham. So for United, I personally didn't get to watch it today, but the Champions League lost 2-1 against Young Boys?
Young Boys.
And then with West Ham, last week Antonio, he's in everyone's fantasy team. What does he do? Goes and gets a red card. And I think Europa League starts this week, so that's not a good look for West Ham. I just think based on those 2 things and the fact that Ronaldo's back in town, I'm gonna go 2-0 to United.
Yeah, United were supposed to fuck the Young Boys, but it just didn't happen. Young Boys fucked us, not trying to be sus, but Jesse Lingard, I know what he's doing with that second goal. I don't know if he's trying to fuck us over, if he still thinks he's at West Ham or something, but that pass back, why is he trying to assist Young Boys? I don't know, man. United, also Aaron Wan-Bissaka getting that red card, which wasn't ideal, but the thing is, this was an isolated incident. Personally, I'm an ollie out guy, but with this game, personally, I think it was 2 individual mistakes that cost the game. Until the 35th minute, until the Aaron Wan-Bissaka red card, United were cruise control. They were dominating. Bruno was playing fantastic. Ronaldo was getting chances. But then when that red card happens, it just all falls to pieces. So I'm not going to really look into this game too much in terms of the Premier League because I think the momentum is there. I think the West Ham's Europa League is going to hurt them, and more importantly, Antonio, who's been the best player of the season so far, him not being there is going to hurt them as well. So I think only because of that, I think United, it will be a tight game because it's away, but 2-1 to Man United. But you guys let us know down in the comments below, what do you think is going to happen in these games? Are any of the big 4 title challengers going to drop points? Do you think Tottenham can put a surprise victory? Let us know down in the comments below. But other than that, we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.